There we go. No, I'm about to watch this right fast. Yeah, go on. I'm about to watch this right fast. Yeah. Here. Let me see. All right. It's a couple of them set up. There you go. Let me see. Hold on. How you turn this one? What's happening with y'all? I ain't mad about nothing, man. I didn't check out another. Luckily, man, you know, bro, getting his just due. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it? What's happening? You deserve more. Hey, man. I appreciate that, homie. But that's not how this game go. That ain't how they play, man. And it be cats that you don't even expect. You know what I'm saying? You expect them to do whatever they gonna turn. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always got their own agenda, their own whatever. Like you can bring your agendas together and it could work. You know what I'm saying? But what it is. Man, why y'all ain't members? All y'all supposed to be members. But yeah, this one is the one from dude named 504 Street Stories Unplugged. And one thing I can say about him is he do his research. Like so I ain't watched this yet. Like every time I watch one, I watch it with y'all. So we gonna check this one out. It's called the last one he did on Pimp was called The Mysterious Death of the Man That Murdered Pimp C. That's the last one he did. Now this one is called The Secretly Hidden Breakup of Pimp C and Bun B. So we gotta watch and see what this is about. We're gonna check it out. I mean, I know he do his research because I done watched a couple of his mini docs or whatever you want to call it. It's like that's basically what they are to me. So hold on, let me get y'all turned around and see if I can let y'all watch this. We're gonna check it out together. Hold on. Read something up right quick. Let's see what they talking about. All right, so it's this one right here. This one. So now we can see. Let's see what they talking about. Hold on, let me shut the door. I'm finna roll that. But now I already rolled a few. Gonna light it up. Now I already rolled a couple blunts. All right, it's this one right here. The Secretly Hidden Breakup of Pimp C and Bun B. So let's see what he's talking about.
Hi-hats in his production. The musical evolution will become a defining aspect of UGK's distinctive.
Why it's starting in the middle of it. There we go. Hold on, I'm finna make it full screen.
Do you feel that Bun B and Pimp C were ever really friends?
Bun is signed to rap a lot as a solo artist.
Damn, as far as starting with me again.
He don't even get at me much. Matter of fact, not at all.
Okay, let's go to the beginning. That's when I just read out the book right there. Right, like. What's going on? What's going on? All right, let's check this out. This is how it starts. And I'm looking at Nietzsche, and I think that's what he had on when I was there.
Do you feel that Bun B and Pimp C were ever really friends?
Bun is signed to rap a lot as a solo artist, as far as I know.
Okay, so
he don't.
That's when I read out the book. That's the video that went viral. I don't know why, because it's right there in the book. All I did was read it. You know what I'm saying? I just read it out loud. I swear, hold on. Now, when I said he don't get at me much, I said, matter of fact, not at all, because Pimp had already told me that. You know what I'm saying? This is everything Pimp wrote right here, man. If you got the book, you just read it. It speak for itself. I just read it out loud because I knew people wasn't reading. So, okay, we starting out with me again. I don't know how.
Don't even get at me much. Matter of fact, not at all. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't tripping. Just hurt.
And we had some disagreements, like I said. And so because of that, we couldn't walk together.
Pimp, had his own way, his own personality, and Bun was more like a politician.
The way he wanted to walk, the way I wanted to walk, we couldn't walk together. I didn't knock him, but you got to do that. If that's how you want to move, I can't be a part of that.
Now, see, I remember when Bun did that interview right there, and he telling the truth right there. Like, that's how it was towards the end of Pimp life, like with him and Pimp. It wasn't that they ain't love each other or that they ain't whatever. Pimp was, the way Bun just put it was like he was walking a certain way and Bun was walking another way. The only way I could tell y'all is like Pimp was being Pimp and speaking out on stuff that Bun had been putting together while he was in prison. So some of the people that Pimp was speaking on and saying stuff about, Bun had made relationships with these people, while Pimp was gone. So he finally, he said the truth on here. Like, I remember this. Like I say, the 504 Street Unplugged, he do his research.
So you got to go do that by yourself.
Y'all got to listen to what he said.
I didn't knock him, but the way he wanted to walk, the way I wanted to walk, we couldn't walk together. I didn't knock him, but you got to do that. If that's how you want to move, I can't be a part of that. So you got to go do that by yourself.
See what I'm saying? It's just grown man shit. Yeah. There you go. That is Gulfport. That look like PA right there. Port Arthur T.
The Underground Kings, a.k.a. UGK, are an iconic group from Port Arthur, Texas, formed in the mid to late 80s by Chad Butler, a.k.a. Pimp C, and Bernard Freeman, a.k.a. Bun B. Some of the first classic country rap tunes would be heard from UGK on the Southern Way.
Get your money, homie.
Both from the same area in Port Arthur, Texas, they would even at some point attend the same school. Despite PA's small population of 60,000 with a notable African-American community, it had never been recognized for its rap scene. According to Bun, born Bernard Freeman, he earned his nickname Bunny during his childhood years and would later shorten it to Bun. Bun, who was always smart in school, would even be in some gifted classes throughout his adolescent years.
He was one of these niggas that
he did all this. One of my regardless to what people think, this is one of my favorites because, bro, y'all watch Pimp say, Man, it was all good till this nigga left me by myself. Hey, niggas be wondering why we like me and Pimp had a lot of similarities. We don't like being by our damn self. Well, if you leave us by ourselves, we gonna fuck some shit up, or we ain't gonna do what we supposed to do. But y'all watch what Pimp say.
All his work. He made A's and shit and was a smart motherfucker. So we got to a point where, man, I was failing my math and shit. But we were rapping, but he was in advanced classes and I was failing my math.
Although Bun was considered to be...
They say he was in advanced classes. Shit, I was failing my math. He used to tell me about that shit. So that's why I love that interview right there, because like, bro didn't talk to me about that. But come on, let's finish watching it. Let's see what this is about.
Ain't a rapper by some, Bun had a very articulate delivery when he spit his rhymes. Pimp, who was the son of a musician, developed a passion for music at an early age. Pimp's musical background included exposure to classical music, soul music, blues music, and church spirituals. Even before embarking on a career as a producer, Pimp displayed a remarkable ability to play instruments by ear, including piano, trumpet, drums, and the organ. Pimp's country slang and smooth gangster lyrics gave him a style like none other. Influenced by Run DMC, as noted by Pimp in an interview.
Oh yeah. Buddy did some research on this because Pimp, like I know this firsthand. Pimp would always tell me that he derived his style from Run DMC and Willie D. Y'all take that how you want to, but he would always tell me that his style was a mix of Run DMC and Willie D. Like that was Pimp. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to old boy who did this one, because he did his research.
Began crafting beats to rap over after receiving a drum machine and keyboard as a Christmas gift. Pimp's stepfather, who had heard his work, would advise Pimp to put some music into his sound.
Yeah,
it was then that Pimp entered beyond the Convict.
Talking about Monroe. That was his stepdad name, Monroe. Well, you know, and his stepdad told him, put some music in that shit, boy. Like, and yeah, Pimp took off on that. So yeah, but it did his research.
Kick snare formula, embracing 808s and emphasizing hi-hats in his productions. The musical evolution will become a defining aspect of UGK's distinctive sound. These are the detailed events of what took place before, during, and after the fallout of Pimp C and Bun B.
That boy got a whole year.
In or around 1992, UGK signed to Jive Records under a 5-album contract, releasing their major label debut album.
Okay, see y'all, he did his research. Y'all heard what he said? They signed a Jive for a 5-album contract. So that's why when Pimp said, I was waiting for Whitey to get my fucking paper straight. Yeah, all this shit is real. So, but he did his research. He on to something else.
Too Hard to Swallow. While Too Hard to Swallow featured several new recordings, it also featured several songs that had been pulled from UGK's first body of work, The Southern Way. However, several songs that had been intended to be included on the album were not used at the last.
Look at my nigga, man. Look at my nigga when he was young with them we call them Dwayne Wayne glasses, boy. Y'all see them circles? That boy, bro made it cool to wear glasses, boy. I got mine on, respectfully.
Last minute, allegedly due to overly explicit content in the songs. 5 of those songs would surface 2 months before the release of Too Hard to Swallow on an EP distributed by UGK's former label, Big Time Records. EP would be titled Band.
Yep, that's Band right there. Hey, can y'all hear? Somebody in the comments, let me know if y'all can hear. Pretty good. Cause I got this rigged up. Y'all better let me know if y'all can hear, man. Can y'all hear it pretty good? All right, bet.
An all-time favorite and cult classic, Pocket Full of Stones, was used on the Menace to Society soundtrack in 1993.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's going to PA right there.
UGK's second album, Super Tight, was released about 2 years later. Unlike UGK's previous album, Super Tight would break into the Billboard Hot 200, ultimately peaking at 95. UGK's third album, Riding Dirty, would peak at 15. Riding Dirty would also be UGK's last album for the time being, as it would...
Okay, y'all heard that. Riding Dirty peaked at, what do you say, 14? It was 14 or 15. No video, no promo, no nothing. Boy, you gotta salute that. You feel me?
Go on a 5-year hiatus. However, the year 2000 would become a breakthrough year on the mainstream for Pimp and Bun. UGK was featured on Jay-Z's smash hit, Big Pimpin', a track that Pimp was actually reluctant about doing. Pimp also appeared on the 3 6 Mafia's hit, Sippin' on Some Scissor. Both of these collaborations will greatly increase the demand for Pimp and Bun, not to mention being on the songs turned them into hit records.
Yes.
Jive Records would, however, fail to capitalize on the high demand for UGK.
Oh yeah, that boy did his research. Y'all seen what he said when he said Jive Records they missed the
okay, Fred, it's time to find our perfect apartment on Zillow.
They did Big
Don't worry, things will be good.
Still.
As their fourth album, 2001's Dirty Money, came and went in the blink of an eye. As Dirty Money was going through its issues, Pimp was faced with even more problems. Pimp would be sentenced to 8 years for an aggravated gun assault charge in 2002.
Pimp C, a.k.a. Chad Butler, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
There's never a good time to be sentenced to prison, but Pimp's timing was particularly bad. Texas had just spent 10 years and $3 billion building the largest prison industrial complex in history. Tens of thousands of empty prison beds had generated millions of dollars for private investors who had significant incentive to fill them and keep the money flowing. On his 244th day in the county jail, Pimp and his new attorney faced off against the assistant district attorney and Judge Janine Barr's court to discuss his third probation violation. By this time, the facts of what had actually happened at Sharpstown Mall were irrelevant because Pimp had already pled guilty. The question wasn't whether he committed the crime, but how long he will be punished for doing it.
Okay, yeah, see, homie did some research. You see how he just told y'all. A lot of people don't know that Pimp had pled guilty already. Pimp was so motherfucking crazy, and not crazy in the bad. We all crazy. I know I am. But Pimp was like, he wasn't finna listen to nothing, bro. So when he would go to court, like if it was taking him too long to get to his case, Pimp would just leave. Like he'd just leave court. I mean, I wasn't there. This all stuff, you know, he told me and the people around him told me after the fact. And so he had pled guilty. It was just a matter of him, like, you know, what they gonna give me. And so yeah, homie did his research. Let's finish this up.
Pimp's incarceration from 2002 through the end of 2005, Free Pimp C became a rallying cry for fans across the globe due to a campaign being pushed by Bun B. With this, you would believe that everything was super tight between Pimp and Bun. Correct? Wrong. Behind the scenes, there was something even deeper brewing. In her explosive biography, Sweet Jones Pimp C TRILL Life Story, journalist Julia Beverly would
Okay, you got Julia Beverly. See, he done did his research. He done read that book. He done read it. If you know about that, you feel me? You got Julia Beverly on here. He talking about the book. Now, Mama West helped Julia Beverly write that book, so everything in that book is true, man. I know niggas hate it, but it is.
That everything was super tight between Pimp and Bun. Correct? Wrong. Behind the scenes, there was something even deeper brewing. In her explosive biography, Sweet Jones Pimp C TRILL Life Story, journalist Julia Beverly would explore the life of Pimp C as lived through the eyes of both Pimp and Mama West. In Julia's tell-all book, she would expose the fact that Pimp and Bun weren't rocking with each other on the same level that they were before Pimp was locked up.
What experience did that give you from being gone, from incarcerated and doing it?
Y'all ain't never seen this right here. This little interview or whatever this was right here. Man, Pimp is very clear what Pimp saying. Y'all listen to this. Like, cause I remember him showing me this. Like, you know, brother, I get it off my chest. I just don't say it, you know, how everybody want me to say it. So y'all listen to what he say right here.
You know what I'm saying, being away. What did you learn from that?
I mean, first thing off the top, ain't nothing live about getting locked up. And ain't nothing cool about it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you know, I got to see who was really who in my life, personally.
Hold on. Let me rewind that for y'all again. Y'all listen.
Ain't nothing cool about it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you know, I got to see who was really who in my life, personally. I got to see what side my bread was buttered on and who was going to be real and who wasn't.
Right.
You know, it's a handful of rappers that wrote me while I was locked up, and they wasn't the ones I thought was going to write. You know, I got to see really who. First thing.
I gotta run it back for y'all. Y'all need y'all to listen. Because people be wondering why I just say what I say and tell the truth. Because, man, I was living with him. He was telling me the shit that, like, he's not saying names right here because he on camera, man. Pimp would never, you know, say, you know, it was a problem going on with UGK to nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because that was Pimp loved the group, you feel me? And you can ask anybody that was with UGK Records, UGK Posse. Pimp was, UGK, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it had just got to a point with the prison stuff. And we all grown now, so let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I look at it now like Bun was doing what he could. And yeah, it might have been some money made off the free Pimp C stuff. But by the time Pimp came home, the money was spent. But at the same time, bruh, when Big Bro came home, they had so many features lined up for him at $10,000, $15,000 a pop that, you know what I'm saying? That's why y'all got to see like all the jewelry, it's 2 Bentleys, a damn Fleetwood, you know what I'm saying, with the fifth wheel, all that, because it was, you know, y'all know how many features he was on when he came home. He was on everything. So it was lined up for him to make money. So it's just, we was young. So when you're talking about it, even Pimp was young. Y'all got to understand, Big Bro passed away when he was 33, bro. He was about to be 34. You know what I'm saying? He passed away at 33. Can y'all imagine if he was still here? I didn't outlive my mentor. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 43. So if Pimp was still here, Pimp would be what, 50, if he passed away at 33 in 2007, he was about to turn 34. Then 44 would have been 2017. By 2004, it'd have been 54 if he was alive right now. Now y'all ain't got an answer or nothing, but y'all imagine Big Bro at 54 years old, what he would have been doing right now in the game. Now we gonna go on finish watching this. Hit the like button if y'all in here. That don't cost nothing. That ain't a super chat. You ain't became a member. All you gotta do is hit the like button. But let's finish watching this.
The second thing is, you know, I got to see who was really who in my life, personally. I got to see what side my bread was buttered on and who was going to be real and who wasn't.
Right.
You know, it's a handful of rappers that wrote me while I was locked up, and they wasn't the ones I thought was going to write. You know, let's see who was really who in my life, personally. I got to see what side my bread was buttered on and who was going to be real and who wasn't.
Right.
You know, it's a handful of rappers that wrote me while I was locked up, and they wasn't the ones I thought was going to write.
Okay, y'all heard him. Somebody just tell me yes or no. Just make sure y'all heard it. All right.
The book would also include an insert from a letter that Pimp had written to Wendy Day, where Pimp would state that Bun was engaged. Insert from
locked up, and they wasn't the ones I thought was gonna write them.
The book would also include an insert from a letter that Pimp had written to Wendy Day, where Pimp would state that Bun wasn't getting at him at all during his bid.
March 1st, 2005 is the date I heard. We have no paperwork.
Look, I'm reading with my finger too, nigga. I'm trying to make sure I don't mess up.
The words, no contract. In some ways, that's a good thing, and in other ways, it's a bad thing. All I know is that I'm gonna do what you tell me to do on my return. I could be home in as little as 10 months. We still owe Jive one record. Bun is signed to rap a lot as a solo artist. As far as I know, he don't even get at me much. Matter of fact, not at all. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't tripping. Just hurt.
Despite all of this, before Pimp's passing, he sat down to do several
interviews. Y'all tell me what was so viral about that. It was in the book already. All I did was read it out the book, bro. And then all that, it caused all kind of whatever. Niggas being mad, whatever. It was already in the book. All I did was read it out the book. Let's finish it, man.
Interviews with Bun by his side.
And I was failing my math, but now we trying to rap.
Right here.
And I can remember one night in particular, we sitting in front of this dope house, and make no mistake, we only hustle to go to the studio to do this rap shit. We sitting outside this dope house on a abandoned car, a burn up ass car, and this nigga helped me with my math homework. What was it? Algebra something?
I was algebra 2.
Trigger some old
algebra
shit.
2 like
trigger some old shit.
Yeah, we sitting out on the car, and this nigga tooting me. The street light, we got the street light out there, and this nigga tooting me. We doing homework, and Dolphin walking up, and Dolphin walk up and pop the case. Ask, do we want to buy that Derringer? Man, get the fuck away from us. We don't want nothing but money. That motherfucker say, nigga, what kind of dope men do homework? You know, this nigga did all he could do to keep me in school. And while he was there, I was all right. It's when he graduated and left me, and then I was there by myself.
It's when he graduated and left me, and I was there by myself. Bro, I swear that's how me and Pimp was so similar. We don't leave us by ourselves. We gonna fuck something up. We ain't gonna do nothing we supposed to be doing.
Left me, and then I was there by myself. That I was I was on some fuck school shit. This nigga steady hitting my beeper and called me like, you went to school today? And I'm like, hell no, nigga, I'm fuck school. He didn't use something like, nigga, you ain't here now, fuck this shit.
Pimp's first post-incarceration album was titled Temptation, released on July the 25th of 2006.
Yeah.
DK would also go on to release the highly anticipated titled Underground KG'z. Underground KG'z was a double album containing 26 tracks onto disc. The album featured production by DJ Paul, Juicy J, Jazzy Faye, Switch Beats, The Runners, Lil Jon, Scarface, and of course, Pimp C himself. The second single, produced by DJ Paul and Juicy J, International Players Anthem, will go on to become a huge success.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned as we attempt to commune with
boy
the
getting
devil.
his ass this month. He got his commercials on him.
After Pimp's incarceration, he had become a new man that was standing on business, whether you liked the business he was standing on or not. In In this video, we're not going to discuss the distinction between the brothers of Pimp's label. It's a known fact that all brothers fight and will eventually end up hashing things out over time. It's the ones that have picked a side that will be left out in the cold after the brothers hash it out.
Okay, all right.
This video
I don't think y'all heard
about
what
the
he
differences
said.
that all
He's talking about us.
discuss the distinction.
He talking about us. He talking about UGK Posse, UGK Records when he say Pimp Brothers and brothers fight and they fall out. It's the ones who speak up who get left out. I think this dude right here know my story because like he'll start out his videos with what I'm saying. I ain't never changed what I'm saying because it always been the truth. You feel me? So, but that's what he's talking about when he say, we not gonna talk about Pimp Brothers fighting in this video, and the ones that spoke up got whatever, however he put it. I mean, he not lying. That's correct.
In this video, we're not going to discuss the distinction between the brothers of Pimp's label. It's a known fact that all brothers fight and will eventually end up hashing things out over time. It's the ones that have picked a side that will be left out in the cold after the brothers hash it out.
Are you fucking right?
This video is solely about the differences that Pimp and Bun were having before his death. Let's move on. Years after the death of Pimp, with the rise of social media, all of the issues will come to light. Although a few members of Pimp's closer circle would all initially voice their opinions about Bun, they would all ultimately revisit the topic, pretty much seeming to have squashed any ill will feelings that they may have had towards Bun. With all of the drama surrounding Pimp's and Bun's relationship, the world wanted to hear from Bun. It wouldn't be long before Bun would take to one of the hottest podcasts on the platform, Boss Talk 101, give the real spill on he and Pimp's relationship leading up to Pimp's death.
We actually got to say everything we needed to say with him, with each other before he passed away. A lot of people didn't get that closure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can sit here and say I have no regrets about everything. I did everything I was supposed to do for him as a friend and as a brother on every level at every time. I was always who I was supposed to be for him. He was always who I was supposed to be, who I needed him to be for me. You know what I'm saying? But the group, there were certain times where I was living a life where the group could not function if that continued. Yeah. The same thing with him. He started living a life where the group could not function if it continued. And we would always get back to that note because neither one of us thought we were better than UGK. Always about the group. I can go out and do some songs and get some little fame. He obviously had a very big personality, had a lot of fans and all of that. But at no point did we ever really think, there's other money. Yeah, it might be some good money to go get, but no, get in there. And before he passed away, we had some disagreements, like I said. And so because of that, we couldn't walk together. Because the way he wanted to walk, the way I wanted to walk, we couldn't walk.
Okay, now that part right there, I feel like that's, Bun told the truth on him. Like when he say, I couldn't walk how he was walking, he couldn't walk how I was walking. In other words, Pimp had UGK Records, UGK Posse, had all us, and yeah, we ready to ride with whatever he doing. You feel me? And Bun had made relationships with these people while Pimp was gone, so it wasn't just as easy, for him to, back him up like that, because I guess it's just the industry shit. So, long story short, man, I'm not as mad as I used to be at Bun. Like, we all had to go through losing Pimp, and we all dealt with it in our own ways, you feel me? But he told the truth on here when he said, like, before Pimp passed, they wasn't really even together like that because he didn't agree with the stuff Pimp was doing. And I can tell y'all personally, Pimp was hurt that he felt like Bun ain't have his back or whatever. But I don't think it was more Bun not having his back. I think it was Bun hadn't built relationships and had plans for UGK. And when Pimp came home, he ain't had him, Pimp, a wild, funky hog, man. You can't control him. Like he if he feels something, he gonna say it. If he don't like something, he gonna say it. If he, you feel me? And we was just a bunch of young ass niggas with money that was ready to move whenever he, you know what I'm saying, whatever nigga who you got a problem with, you know what I'm saying? I guess it because Pimp was like all our you know, we looked up to him. And so we always looked at the whole UGK posse was like, well shit, if Pimp got a problem with him, it must be something. You know what I'm saying? It must be whatever. So we just ready to ride. Bun is looking at that, and I can say this now. You know what I'm saying? Bun, I know he was looking at that like, nah, man, that's not what I've been doing while, you know, he been locked up. I've been building relationships. I've been doing whatever. And now, you know, Pimp came home like, man, fuck all them niggas. You feel me? I mean, it's really, I guess, no right and wrong to it. It's however you look at it, whatever you believe in, you know. But this is what I kept telling people, like, that, bruh, I don't know what y'all thought, but this was really going on before Pimp passed away. It was like this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a down bun or nothing like that. It was just that the narrative that was out there was just so wrong. Like, it was just wrong. And, you know, I don't know. Let's finish watching it.
Walk together. I didn't knock him, but you got to do it. Gets UGK. Always about the group. I can go out and do some songs and get some little fame. He obviously had a very big personality, had a lot of fans and all of that. But at no point did we ever really think, you know, there's other money. Yeah, it might be some good money to go get, but no, get in there. And before he passed away, we had some disagreements, like I said. And so because of that, we couldn't walk together. Because the way he wanted to walk, the way I wanted to walk, we couldn't walk together. I didn't knock him, but you got to do that. If that's how you want to move, I can't be a part of that.
Okay, y'all heard that, right? So, like, I always felt like this was the first one that he told, you know, the truth on. Like, it ain't nothing to be ashamed of. It ain't nothing. You know, I'm older now, I get it. But he telling you, like, I couldn't walk the same path he was walking. In other words, you know, Pimp going at Atlanta, he going at Jeezy, he going at Ludacris, he going at, you know what I'm saying, all these people that, you know, Bun had built relationships with. And, you know, shit, we over there crazy as a motherfucker. We don't give a damn. Whatever Pimp say, let's do it. Let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could see now that I'm older how that made Bun be like, oh shit, this nigga got a whole group of terrible street niggas. They finna, you know what I'm saying? Like he anyway, let's finish this.
Wow. So you got to go do that by yourself. But before he passed, we got back on the same page. Because when he came home, it was real different for Pimp. Pimp was really, really loved and wanted, and everybody wanted time with him. So he was getting pulled by so many people with so much money and all these different things that didn't include me. And I'm like, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, go do it. But it's not what you think it is, because I did it 2 years after he went into county and eventually into the state. It took me 2 years to figure out how to do a solid show without him. I was performing and doing show, but like, damn, we can't do that song without you. Damn, why we didn't do this? It took a while to get that to that point. You know what I'm saying? Shows by himself. It was tough. After he came.
See, when you're doing shows, that's one thing I can say. I don't know on Bun bad, because I wasn't with Bun. I was with Pimp. Pimp also had to, you know, maneuver around doing all the UGK songs and just doing his verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you a group and you got all these hits together, and then you gotta take your show disc and make it just your verses, like, you know, it leaves something feeling empty. So I know when I was there, I just played that role for him. You know what I'm saying? I knew every word to everything, is whatever, let's just go on stage. But that shit was hurting Pimp. You know what I'm saying? Pimp love the group. Don't get it twisted. He was just hurt. You feel me? That's it. He was just hurt.
Came home, you got to figure out the order. You got to figure out the interaction. It was so different. He had never really been out there consistently by himself. So he'd have to do every verse. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Ain't no breaks. It's different when it's just you. I commend solo artists.
Oh, damn, that's how it end. Okay, well, that's how it end. Okay, well, that's that. If I gotta, what's that in the soul, James? Let me see. If I gotta tell, you know, I don't have to speak on nothing, but I could say the 504 Street, I think it's called Street Stories Unplugged or whatever. At least I could say he do his research. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows some shit. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. He ain't just putting up videos. Whoever he is, he did some research. You know what I'm saying? And all these, like, I call them mini docs, like mini documentaries. That's being done on Pimp now. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish they would reach out to some of the, you know, people they talking about so they can get, you know, the real truth, but they real close to it though. So, I can say out of all the ones I've been watching that the 504 Street Story Unplugged, I can say that, like, I think he did, or he's doing the most research. You feel me? So, I mean, that's that, man. I'll check that one out. I'm gonna watch, you know, anytime they popping up these mini docs to see who know what. You know what I'm saying? Or what they talking about, or if they know what they talking about. But, you know, I ain't hating on nobody, man. Get your money. Just when you know, when boys reporting on this and all that, just hey man, niggas ain't hard to find, man. You know what I'm saying? Reach out and just make sure you got every aspect of what you saying, you know what I'm saying, to be the truth. And I ain't saying that shit gotta be me, because I be getting tired of being on anybody interview or whatever, man. I'm just, that shit, I'm not normal. They say nigga, hold on. They say niggas be tripping over their own feet to get on them platforms and all that and do interviews, man. Look, that is some of the worst shit. I feel like, bruh, when you go do interviews, right? You know how many people, it's fair use. So anybody can use their interview once you do it. You know what I'm saying? They can use it for their content. They could edit it, chop it, do whatever they want to do for their content, right? But I don't feel comfortable going and talk to people about identifying the body and what was in the room and all that when it ain't on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't being fucked up by nothing, but you know, when I'm able to actually talk about that story, you know what I'm saying, I will, and it'll be on here. Like, interviews are cool. I'm not knocking nobody with a platform, but once you figure out, like, man, these interviews is really just to get them paid, you know what I'm saying, off your stories and your knowledge, and you be the only one who know this shit. you start to look at it a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't all about going to do no damn interviews or nothing, man. I promise on everything. Like, the place I love being the most is in the studio still. I mean, regardless to if these interviews or whatever is supposed to get you known or what, bruh. I'm from Mississippi, homie. I don't give a fuck about being I don't give a fuck about being like known or whatever you want to call that, famous, whatever. Man, fuck that. As long as a nigga know when I go in that booth and I come out, it's gonna be jamming. I don't care about nothing else, bro. I never have. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's not my thing. And then, man, I be getting so many DMs and whatever, thinking that shit pay. That shit don't pay, homie. That shit don't pay. Like, niggas think you doing an interview, you automatically getting paid, whatever. Nah, man, that ain't how it works. You know what I'm saying? When you go on other people's platform, they already got a platform. They already got whatever. They got to see if you gonna do numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it done been proven, like, when I talk, I do numbers now. So now I could say, well, man, look, I need this much at least for an interview, bro, or whatever, because what I'm telling you about, you ain't gonna even get from nobody else because they wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But, bruh, even if you do that, you might get your little money for that interview, but that interview finna get used in 20, 30 minute documentaries and whatever. You feel me? Like, that's just how it go. And not knocking nobody who use it. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. If you're on YouTube, you're doing whatever and you're using it, man, get your money, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just when you do them, I don't look at interviews and all that cameras in my face shit like a lot of niggas. I don't, bro, that shit, all that shit do is make people think you ain't a normal ass person. You feel me? Like, it make them feel like some kind of way you think you on a higher level than them, or you on a higher level than them. Like, you ain't dealing with bills and children and everyday life. You know what I'm saying? When they see you on that goddamn screen doing interviews and shit, they automatically assume, you know what I'm saying? Well, this motherfucker got it. Nah, man, that ain't how it go. When you see niggas doing these interviews, bro, they not getting paid at first. I don't give a fuck what them niggas tell y'all. They ain't getting paid at first. Like, you going on there and you basically sharing, well, in my case, I'm sharing intimate details of shit that don't nobody know nothing about except us that was there to go in the room. You know what I'm saying? Get his clothes, get his stuff, all that. So sometimes you gotta realize what you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you really gotta realize, hey man, I have valuable information. Like, I'm not just gonna be going to jump on any and everybody podcast or breakfast show or any of that, telling the story that y'all wouldn't know nothing about if I don't say shit. You feel me? Like, I might have lost some of y'all with that, but it makes sense if you rewind and listen to it. Let me see something. Boy. And I got some Oakland, California in my Swisher Sweet. Let me see. This one is the insane story of the snaked out Move J Prince Bull Pimp C Pimpulation Return of the TRILL. Secretly playing. Okay, no. Pimp C wife, Butler, stole all his money 10 days ago. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is.
Chad Lamont Butler, better known by his stage name Pimp C, was an American rapper and record producer. It has been a little over a decade since the death of Pimp C, who is part founder of the legendary underground KG'z UGK, along with his partners in rhyme Bun B. The group found major success during the 90s, skyrocketing them to international fame. Their work also helped to shape the sounds coming out of the Dirty South, which is one of the main influences of today's mainstream hip-hop. In early December 2007, Pimp C had been staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood, California, where he had been working on new music and performing with Too Short. On the morning of December 4, 2007, he was scheduled to fly back home, where his wife, Chinara, was waiting with his cousin Edgar at the airport to pick him up. After not hearing from him the morning of the scheduled flight, his wife called the hotel and requested that they check on him. Hotel staff discovered Butler unresponsive in his hotel room, where he was pronounced dead shortly after. He was 33 at the time of his death. Chad Pimp C. Butler made millions of dollars as half of the iconic rap duo Underground KG'z, but the recording artist was far from a financier. Pimp C, a Port Arthur native, died with more debt than fortune, Jefferson County court records show. Everybody thinks there's all of these millions of dollars, but it doesn't exist, said Craig Schexnader, an attorney for Chinara Butler, Pimp C's widow. A Texas judge has removed the widow of rapper Pimp C as the administrator of his estate after the rapper's son raised concerns about the management of his father's finances since his death.
Okay, well, this is did a little research because they're going to Chatty Boo and they talking about, with Chinara, so. Yeah, she got removed from the estate, from whatever. Shit.
An attorney for Chinara Butler, Pimp C's widow. A Texas judge has removed the widow of rapper Pimp C as the administrator of his estate after the rapper's son raised concerns about the management of his father's finances since his death. An attorney for Chad Butler Jr., the rapper's oldest son, told a judge that his father's home in Port Arthur is in foreclosure, expensive jewelry is missing, and various bills have gone unpaid, the Beaumont Enterprise reported. At a court hearing Wednesday, Josh Hines, an attorney for Chad Butler, presented financial documents that showed Chinara Butler, Pimp C's widow, spent $150,000 of the estate's revenue from 2011 to 2013 and more than $80,000 in the past 2 years. Nobody's gotten any money, said Hines. She's on red carpets in Los Angeles and New York, and these kids have nothing. Chinara Butler, who is Chad Butler Jr.'s stepmother, said she never kept Pimp C's family members from using his likeness to make money. I have not left Pimp C's kids abandoned, said Chinara Butler, who is the mother of Pimp C's youngest child. I've invested my own money into this estate and done my best to keep Pimp C relevant. Pimp C, born Chad Butler, was one half of the trailblazing rap duo Underground KG'z. He died in December 2007 from an accidental drug overdose. The 33-year-old father of 3 died without a last will and testament. Chad Butler Jr. said he became increasingly frustrated last fall when Chinara Butler started promoting an album, Long Live the Pimp, one of 3 posthumous albums produced since his father's death.
Chatty Boo had a right to be upset about that right there because that shit was terrible. Pimp would not have let them put that out. It's a whole bunch of beats switched up. She let Corey Moe and Juicy J produce the shit, and it's just, it don't even sound like UGK. So that's why Chatty Boo had a problem with it. Like, man, what the fuck it did?
Chinara Butler said she received little to nothing from the 3 albums. Chinara Butler's manager said her did not oppose the judge's ruling because managing the estate was a burden. Public records show the estate has a $7.2 million federal tax lien and owes $5.1 million to a former manager. Chinara Butler had previously been removed as administrator for several months in 2010 after a judge found she had misapplied $150,000 worth of jewelry and could not account for certain estate assets. Chad Butler Jr. criticized the Long Live Pimp C project upon its release, according to hip-hop media blogs. The only person who benefits from album sales is his wife, Chinara.
Okay, well, they did, I'm gonna say with that right there, they got that as close to right as they could or whatever, man. Like she it sounded like some AI shit. That's what it sounded like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was, if it wasn't, but it sounded like some AI.
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that.
Shut up. I mean, hey man, what you gonna do? They report now. They report it's people who wasn't even there. Like, I mean, it's man. I'm finna get off here. All I can tell y'all is believe probably 75% of what's being put out there. As far as what I just looked at and y'all watch with me, maybe about 70%. And the other 30 ain't because, you know, they maliciously did something. It's just they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They really don't know what happened or what was in that room or how. If they don't know, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, man, we can check this one out. So that's another one. Shout out to dude, bro. He doing his research. Feel long live Pimp C, man.